The law of attraction is, well, it has two major words, law and attraction. So the law means that it is a principle that works for everyone. Anytime, any moment. It always is happening. The attraction means that we are attracting something. So based on the vibration we have, the energy we have in our thinking, in our feelings, in our actions, in our environment, we will attract something alike. We say like attracts like. So if you're in fear, you'll attract things that will confirm what you're fearing. If you are focusing on love, on happiness, you will start attracting things, situations that will confirm that you're loved and attracted. So it's really about, whatever you are connecting with, you will send out almost like a signal to the universe, and the universe must respond to that signal. And if you send out a signal that is chaotic and is not in harmony, then you will start receiving the signal back. The result will be, this is what you're going to attract. People, situations in your personal life, in your business life, that actually will say, this is what you want, this is what you get. The first of all is that you try not to focus on your lack. And try to look at the abundance that already is there. Because even if we have a lack of money, there are still some things we do have. Perhaps you have a home, you have a car, you have good things that are happening. So focus first on the good things that are happening and be grateful already for what you have. I teach people meditation skills where they actually learn not to have these negative thoughts coming up so easily, because there are some techniques to work on that. And one of the techniques is a very easy one, is to just, when you have these negative thoughts, start thinking about the color royal blue. It's a color of power. It's one of the principles. And just surround yourself, imagine yourself surrounded by royal blue. So always have something when it's negative that you immediately know, if I think about this, I feel positive. So you twist things around more quickly, because you have to have some, I call, gratitude moments ready in your thinking.
Kedy ste si všimli, že tým, ako myslíte a tým, aký priestor okolo seba vytvoríte, môžete zmeniť svoj život?
I was 7 when I met my first spiritual teacher. And for me, that was kind of normal, meeting someone that knew more than I did. And he gave me wonderful tips about how to visualize my thoughts, and he's the one that suggested I would draw all the things I wanted. So in a way it was like creating a little vision board, every time. And he also gave me 5 colors I needed to work with. And by using these colors, that I would be really connecting more with positive energy. And the colors were yellow, and that stands for wisdom; aqua blue, that stands for clarity; citrus green stands for honesty; violet stands for forgiveness; and rose, that stands for love. Is that as you're drawing your paintings with these colors, you will start connecting with the qualities that are in the colors.
Vy ste aj písali, že ste sa často cítili osamela práve pre svoj vzťah k Bohu a práve preto, že ste bola iná ako všetci ostatní.
Yes, I did feel lonely, but at the same time I felt connected. But I felt that I couldn't share a lot of my own experiences with other children. But of course I wanted to blend in and be liked by other people in school. But, somebody who's as favorite topic is religion and mathematics, is not really the most popular girl. And so because of that, I think a lot of these children were not very connected. But that changed after a while when they grew up.
Bol to aj film Secret, tajomstvo, ktorý vás posunul nejakým spôsobom na tú veľkú cestu učiteľky vesmírnych zákonov?
No, I don't think The Secret was a tipping point. I was already teaching at the time 8 years. But it was a tipping point of reaching more people. Because of the movie and the book, suddenly my name was not just known in parts of the USA and parts of Europe. Suddenly my name became worldwide, connected with people that wanted to look for answers. So I think I started being seen more as one of the top transformational leaders and speakers because of the success of the movie. But I mean, I was already teaching all the time, and it was also a possibility for me to reach the millions of people that I always was focused on.
Prvýkrát jsem ji pozval právě ve filmu Tajemství, The Secret, a tam na mě zapůsobila magickým dojmem. Říkám si, že to je velmi zajímavý člověk.
Ona je naozaj výnimočná v tom, čo vie, ale zároveň nejakým spôsobom to dokáže ľuďom odovzdať. Ona je taká veľmi srdečná, veľmi úprimná, veľmi na nič sa nehrá, napriek tomu, že dokázala toho nesmierne veľa. To mi strašne imponuje a to mňa strašne oslovuje. A čo sa mne ukázalo, bolo to, že dokáže spojiť takéto neviditeľné s tým viditeľným.
But before a seminar happens, I always send out a signal to the universe that the people that are ready for the information will show up. Yeah, so that the people are coming, they are already open. Yeah, because otherwise they are not coming. So apparently a lot of people are coming because there are so many are getting, open to this information. But I see when they are not. I see also when they, have pain and suffering, and I try always to be just really there for them. And, any break we have, I always say, if you want to come and have a hug, you just come and have a hug. And just, this work, you don't do this because you just, want to give information. You do it because you really love people. And you have this great mission that you feel in your heart to change their lives. Even if people say it, doesn't work for them, something is shifting, yeah, and they start sharing the information. If something doesn't work, it would never become successful. So apparently it does work because millions of people are already practicing it.
Keby ste mali povedať možno nejakých pár takých, je to ťažké, ale keby ste mali povedať možno nejakých pár takých tých základných pravidiel Feng Shui, na čo dať pozor?
The first tip I always give to people is when you come in your home, your entrance needs to be very welcoming. So it's not about when you come in that you see all the shoes on the ground and the coats hanging. You just let the universe know it's the house of who. Hang a picture of your family. Hang a picture of you if you're, alone. Put some beautiful flowers. Put a beautiful candle. Lit a candle when you come in. Don't make it messy and chaotic when you come in, because then each time you will feel welcome in your own house. That's the first step I always would say. The second one is I would ask you to look around to everything that's around you. Like you want to be successful, but the images that are hanging out are images of boats that are stuck and people that are depressed. And so all all the images that are around you are actually reflecting what you really desire. And so they actually affect your subconscious mind. You want romance? Well, make sure there's no images of people that are alone everywhere. Make sure there's images of couples and families, and just, hang out these things, because you remind yourself constantly of what you really desire. One of the things I also suggest to people is your bedroom is really important, because in your bedroom, that's where you rest and you need to energize yourself. So make sure your bedroom is clean, is orderly. Don't have old things on your nightstand next to you, envelopes with bills and books and all this clutter and all your medicines, and just put just one inspiring book or just an image of your family, so that when the last thing you see before you go to sleep, you see something that inspires you. When you wake up, the first thing you see is something that inspires you.
Knižky, ktorú napísala Mary Diamond, ktorú som si vlastne z toho sedenia odniesol. Vybral som si vlastne u nás v agentúre miestnosť, ktorú mali ľudia, poviem to tak, najmenej radi. Hej. Jednoducho bola niečím tmavá, niečím chladná, proste všetci kolegovia chceli byť proste v inej miestnosti. Z tej miestnosti som si urobil vlastne svoju kanceláriu. Z tej miestnosti som si naozaj zmeral proste svoj osobný smer úspechu, nadstavil proste veci a tak ďalej, ako sú. Spravil som si tam obrovský vision board a z tej miestnosti sa stala jedna úžasná miestnosť, kde sa proste dnes stretávame s klientami, s partnermi, s kolegami, kde kreujeme vlastne veci, vytvárame a je tam proste úžasná energia. To, čo je najdôležitejšie, všetky tie projekty, všetky tie veci, všetky tie vizualizované ciele sa naozaj step by step proste naplňajú. Čiže veľká vďaka Mary, že aj z takého miesta, ktoré bolo predtým vlastne negatívne, mi pomohla vlastne vytvoriť pozitívne a je to pre mňa niečo ako obrovská studnica energie, kde vždy prídem, kde vždy načerpám inšpiráciu a kde môžem s tou svojou energiou vlastne rozbiehať a robiť projekty proste ďalej. Čiže to je moja osobná skúsenosť.
There was this lady and she told me that she now started being sick and her husband sleeps only 2 hours in the bedroom. And this, because he sleeps on the sofa, he has heart problems. Yeah, okay. I want you to visualize now your bedroom. The moment she imagines she's in a bedroom, her body doesn't know the difference if she is or she is not. You're there, Alexandra? You visualize it? Is there a problem in her bedroom? It says yes. Yeah? So I'm asking, stay there. How many problems are there? And I'm going to ask, how many problems? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. There are 5 problems there. I'm going to explain more about what kind of problems she can have. I'm going to do some muscle testing to just do a second proof. You're sleeping in your bed. How is your health doing there? Feel it? Yeah? I'm pushing up. Come on. People think I have a magical finger, but I don't. Yeah? It's just because her body becomes weak. I'm going to do another test, because one of the other things you can learn with dowsing is to check the energy level. When I ask about an energy level, and I only use 1 rod for that, how is the energy level? The more it spins positive, the more it is positive. How more it spins negative, the more it's negative. Yeah? So when something is really negative, it starts spinning very fast. It's counterclockwise, very high, really high. Less, go back, it goes spinning very high again. Yeah? So this is definitely just a problem in her bedroom. What have you experienced since you sleep in that bedroom?
Keď spím, keď som v tej izbe, v posteli, že funguje mi stále zima. Myslela som si, že to je farbou spálne, ale nie je to farbou spálne, je to tou izbou. Keď sme tam začali spávať, tak zrazu mal niečo so srdcom.
it's exactly the head of her husband. Is a negative point. Yeah? But see, she is still in the field, but it's exactly where her husband sleeps. There's something underground that is really pulling his energy down. I'm going to imagine that I put one of the sticks on the level of her heart. These two already are cured because they're on the ground. So you put them always as far as possible against the wall and you tape them there, yeah, on the ground. I'm going to do muscle testing. Your arm, okay? And think now about where you sleep. How do you feel there? And you push up. Okay, push up. I'm pushing. Okay, so my sweetheart, yeah, you have now a cured body. Feng Shui is not a religion. Feng Shui is an art, it's a science that honors whoever you are. So if you're Christian, we will use Christian symbols. If you're a Muslim, we'll honor that aspect. If you're Jewish, so it doesn't matter. It's just you honor who you have in front of you. And if that's a really important piece for themselves, then you will make sure in their home it's visible. What I have seen is that the law of attraction works on 3 levels. The first level is it works on the level of your spirit, your connection with God, with the universe. What we would apply in religion, in prayer, in philosophy, in meditation. So it's connecting with your spiritual aspect. So some people will connect in with the law of attraction through that level, through prayer, through meditation. Now there's another level that is called the more human aspect, and it's how you think. So every thought you have gives out a signal. Every feeling you have gives out a signal. And everything you do in the world is giving out a signal. So some people will feel that they want to work mostly on that, changing their thoughts, changing their behavior, changing how they eat and treat their bodies. Yeah? So it depends where you are at in your life, on which level you want to work. But there's also an aspect that we call the environment. So the place where you live, the place where you work, gives out also a signal. So the images that are around you, the colors, the place you position yourself, even the colors you wear, actually give out signals. And so some people feel like they want to work on that level. I believe as much as we can work on all levels, the more results we'll have. So it's not just because you think differently that the law of attraction works. Perhaps you need to really connect more with God, with the universe, on a more spiritual level. Perhaps you need to change your bedroom around. Yeah? So you can start within yourself, or perhaps you need to start on the outside of you. Sometimes it's easier to change something outside of you than to change your behavior and your thoughts. So how do you start? I would say, well, look around you. If your home is a mess, start first there. If you feel like your behavior is strange and you are perhaps very much into drinking too much or not being nice to people, perhaps you need to start there. Perhaps you feel like you have no connection with a higher source, and perhaps you need to start there first. So it doesn't matter where you start, but that you start is the main thing.
My sme ju pozvali ako speakera na jeden z našich veľkých eventov, ktoré robíme Real Women Forum, bolo to tento rok. A ja som ju predtým nepoznala, boli sme na Skype spolu, ale ja som cítila veľmi od začiatku také krásne prepojenie, veľmi sme si porozumeli. A potom, keď som ju stretla osobne a mali sme šancu stráviť spolu niekoľko dní, urobiť prvý tréning v Bratislave, ktorý sme s ňou urobili my, sme začali cítiť také pekné prepojenie. No a potom sme jej dali ďalšiu ponuku, aby prišla a začali sme spolu spolupracovať a zistili sme, že nám to veľmi spolu pekne ladí. Viete, akože, keď viete, že idú veci dobrou cestou, je to vtedy, keď idú ľahko a nejako veľmi prirodzene, intuitívne a nám to tak od začiatku spolu nejako ide. Takže preto spolu toľko spolupracujeme a robíme spolu od seminárov po videoprogramy a po už aj knihu.
The compass shows the law of attraction of this company. And so this company is facing north, and it actually means that they have to focus on people in business, people in politics, people in career, and show and help people how to improve their business and even everything that is going on in their business. So it's also very important to talk about money, about prosperity in this TV station, and showing the journey, how people have done a journey from where they started to where they are now. This is what is really very successful for this company. It also shows that this year, in 2013, there's a lot of new beginnings, so to start new kind of programs is really important for them. Next year there's possibility for getting awards. So in 2014 it could get more awards. So they have to focus on definitely make good programs, because next year they can have a lot of recognition and fame for their TV station. What I'm going to do now is checking the energy level of this place, and we're going to use dowsing rods for this. This is an ancient tool that is used for thousands of years to check out how is the energy level. And if something is positive, it actually starts turning clockwise. If something is negative, it starts turning counterclockwise. These are very sticky plants. They are actually dead plants. And I get closer to these plants and it starts slowing down, and it stops, and it starts even spinning negative. So these plants actually create negative energy in this room because they are dead. So they need to have lush plants, so plants with leaves and flowers. That will be definitely very important, especially in that area where people are sitting at the couch, to have a fountain, a little bubbling fountain. So I'm going to check this area if there's any stress line. So like I said, it's water, but it can also be fault lines where the earth is breaking up. Is there a stress line? And I have the rods opening up, and the stress line comes from this direction. Yeah. So how we cure that is we have something called acupuncture sticks. And it's like if you go to an acupuncture and the energy is stuck, the acupuncturist put a little needle in you. And so I will do the same thing. I will just put an acupuncture stick to stop the negative energy. So I place this stick here, and they will have to glue it. Yes? So with a Scotch tape. Okay, now I'm in the offices, and I'm going to check how the energy level is. There will be one person that will not be happy to find out, but it's actually right here. So the negative energy comes in here, and it actually hits everyone's office, his desks. How is the energy right now here? Just push as hard as you can, up. Okay, you cannot resist me. Okay, so I'm going to do let this go. I'm going to add this stick. It actually, it's a little bit, I put it here. So let's do a muscle testing again. So how is your energy now? So push up as hard as you can. You see, I push very hard and you can resist me. So it means you were influenced by this energy. Yeah? So, but you're better now. Okay? So how is the energy now here? The energy is much stronger, it's much higher. So the people that are on this row will start improving, being better focused, more concentrated, and be higher productive people.
Mary je na jednej strane neskutočne spirituálna osoba a je majster. Naozaj. Z nej to človek cíti. lebo ona to, čo robí zo srdca, je to jej poslanie. A na druhej strane je to úplne normálna žena, ako my všetky. Má doma rodinu, perie, ako by ona povedala, perie prádlo, vešia prádlo, umýva riady a tak ďalej. Jednoducho je to normálna žena, ktorá sa zbožňuje smiať. Má veľmi rada, keď sa môže zabávať, veľmi rada tancuje, ak to môžem na ňu prezradiť, ale ona určite by to povedala aj sama. Takže je to ako byť naozaj s úžasnou priateľkou, ktorá vás ešte navyše inšpiruje.
I do the laundry. I do not iron. I have no time for that. I have someone to help me. But I love cooking. So I'm somebody that just always makes sure there's beautiful meals on the table. And yeah, I do that myself. I have somebody that comes to clean. I cannot do everything. But for me, creating a wonderful dinner, a wonderful lunch for my family, that's really a priority for me. I'm a mother hen. You know what? I'm a real chicken. I take care of my little animal, little chicken. Yeah. I have a son of 28 who already is out of the house, living with his girlfriend. I have still a son at home of 20 who is a musician, and have a little girl of 10. And so we have a very wonderful, exciting little family, and just, I'm 24 years married, and there's always, wonderful things that are happening, and I'm very proud of my family. Yeah.
Mary, veríte v osud?
I do believe in destiny, but I also believe that we are creating our own destiny. I believe that 33% of our life is connected with what we would call destiny or karma. And so where you're born, the family you have, the part of your destiny. But some people have amazing destiny and they never do something with it. They have an amazing voice, but they never sing. So I believe that you can have a beautiful destiny and be lazy for the rest of your life. So you have to get in action. And there are people that have not grown up with a great destiny and still become very successful because they do the things that they need to do. So I would say it's definitely, there's a start of destiny, but then as a human being, it's how you feel, how you think, how you do things in the world that makes you successful, that makes you happy, that makes you fulfill your dreams. So destiny can be a start of goodness, but you still have to do it.